Andreas is one of those coaches' pets, one of those athletes you love to have as a coach. He's very talented on the field. He's able to make big plays and do a lot of things, but he's also hard working in the classroom and very obedient. He's not a discipline problem. He has good discipline, so you can tell he has some good home training. And that stuff translates on the football field for us. He's able to follow direction, respond to coaching, make adjustments, and he's one of our key players.
And what would you say to a college recruiter who's recruiting him, not just for athletics, but for academics? What would you say to them?
I say he's the all-around package. He's what every college is looking for. A hard-working student with the skill set to do challenging material, with the know-how to do well in school, and he's going to turn out results for you on the football field.
And John, Duck, how do you feel about Dre as a football player and as a student athlete?
Student athlete, well, I've noticed Dre since last year, his junior year, playing wide receiver for MOTEP. He's got very good movement. When he gets off the line, he gets off the line very well. He attacks the defensive back, and like as you saw in those last two catches he made, he normally makes very good, secure catches into his body. What I like about him the most is I think he's going to grow some more and fill out some more and be probably a better college player than a high school player, because I see him getting to be a little bit bigger, closer to his father in size, and he's got that good quickness, good lateral cuts, good vertical jump. He's got to work on a couple of things, but he should be a good player at a PSAC school or a 1AA school.
Okay, so you're basically saying that his contribution to either one of those levels of the college ranks, he can basically grow into that?
He could grow into a very good receiver, a very good possession receiver. He has those type of attributes. The good hands, the good movement like I was talking about. His lateral quickness is pretty good. He's got to work on a couple of things, but he gets off the line very well, and he attacks the defensive back. And at the 1AA and the PSAC levels, because the PSAC, even though it's in Division II, it's really like a 1AA conference, is that those good receivers that come out of the public league, that's what all their traits were. They get off the line, they attack that defensive back, they catch the ball secure. And Dre Roberts has all those tools, and I think he's going to be better than a lot of guys that came out of our league. And I think he'll fill out, get to a good size. He's got a chance to be one of the best players out of the pub this year. It's not the greatest pub class, but he should be one of the better seniors in terms of how they perform at the next level.
I was impressed with his catching ability. The quarterback seems to be a little bit off, but what he does, he goes after the ball. What do you think of that?
Well, on the touchdown play, he went up and got it, and then what I liked is he got down. The defensive back was right there in position, and for a tall kid, he's about 6 foot 6'1". When he bursts off that ground, he bursts up there. He's not mechanical. He's very fluid. And he gets that ball down, he goes up and gets it, because sometimes Julius throws a very high ball sometimes, and you have to go up and get it because it's a free ball. It's almost like a basketball play. He's the kid that can go up there and grab that rebound.
Well, that's what I was basically, when I was pertaining to the quarterback, he basically takes the ball. Just give it to me in the area in which I need to have it, and then I can take it from there. Yeah, is that what you're basically saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Also, what I noticed is when he was practicing, he's also a kicker also. His kick was, I was impressed for a high school player, his kicking. What do you think of that?
Well, I've seen him kick before. He's a very good place kicker. He's made big extra points. I've seen him knock it all the way over, almost outside of the stadium. So he's got a very strong leg. He's probably about a 40 to 45 yard on his best day. Pretty good place kicker. He's left-footed, so that means that he's going to be a little bit better kicking to certain win situations. Good, very good player, very good student athlete. Coach Wilson and the staff there have obviously done a good job with him. That's pretty much my take on Dre.
Bowman. I'm a running back, senior at MOTEP Charter High School. I've been knowing Dre for about 6 years. We played Little League pound ball together, and actually throughout Little League, I could tell that Dre was going to be like a big superstar in high school. He's always been dedicated, always working hard. He worked on his game. He improved over the years, and like besides football, he's a good character and a good classmate. Also, he always try to make people happy, and he jokes a lot. Like, it's a lot of good things about Dre.
Somebody told me that you broke a record or something.
Yeah,
what record was it?
I was the first person in the charter school to rush for over 1,000 yards. So right now I'm at about 1,418 yards.
Okay.
And as this year, Dre also broke a record also for about 500 receiving yards and I think 7 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns, something like that.
My name is Julius Legg. I play quarterback, tight end for Punter football for about a year and a half now. Dre, he's a great all-around athlete. He's always somebody to go to, help you on your homework and everything. And in the classroom-wise, great character, great person to be around and everything. And during my year and a half here, he was just someone I could go to. Him in general, he was the first 2 people I could go to. And I need help on the field. And getting the plays down, though Dre, we used to stay after practice, go over the plays and everything. And Dre, I think Dre, in the collegiate-wise, he can do big things and maybe even go to the league if you try hard enough.
How did you get the attitude that you have in order to excel in your athletics and your academics?
Well, when I first came into high school, I always had a love for sports. But my parents always told me that I may not always make it in sports, so I always had to get my academics first. So when I came into high school, you know, I was new to the school, but my brother already went there, so I had to get a feel for the school and get a love for the teachers. And as I got a love for that, I started to get into my books. And my books always came first. If I didn't complete my books, I wasn't allowed to go to practice. So in order to be a great football player or ever be a good football player, I have to do my books first.
So how did you feel about the environment with the teachers and the faculty members?
Well, in order to get my work done, my teachers always helped me get it done. Anytime I had a question, I can go to them after school. They'd take the time out to have tutoring sessions in the morning or even after school. I miss one practice to be able to go to tutoring, so I'd be able to play in those games.
What are you looking for as far as the student body when it comes to on the collegiate level?
Well, going into college, I look for a college that, you know, will help me further my goals and aspirations in life. You know, I look for a college that is, you know, a stable environment that'll keep me safe and, you know, feel at home. So when I'm not at home, I can feel at home when I'm in school.
How do you feel and what do you look for in a coaching staff?
Well, as far as, you know, as you said, on the collegiate level, I look for a coach that will be able to, such as my high school coaches did, give me the push and the power to push me to the limit. And if there is a limit for me to go to. You know, I believe that if I'm pushed hard enough, I mean, even I push myself as hard as I can go. And I believe that, you know, you never take it down off, as they say, and you play every game like it's your last. So every game I'm willing to go out and play as hard as I can.
So Andre, how do you feel about the team concept?
Well, I feel as though, as they always say, there's no I in team. So anything I can do to help a team, that's what I do. I mean, even if I go into a school as a wide receiver and they see that I can do something else, I try that position and see how hard I can work at it to be the best at it. Even if that's not what I came into the school for, I work at any position because I can play anything you put me on the field at, only as long as it helps the team.
How do you feel about your mom and dad and what they contribute to your growing up?
Well, since I was young, my parents always told me that I can't rely on my sports to get me through life. So since I was young, they would keep me in my books and make sure I did my schoolwork first. If I didn't complete my schoolwork, I wouldn't be able to go have and play with the kids outside and play with the other people around the neighborhood. I had to get my work done first. So ever since I was young, I was always set on getting my work done, because if I didn't get it done, I wouldn't be able to do anything else. They'd take things away from me at home if I didn't get it done. So it got me in the concept to stop procrastinating, because
as a young man, as many other young men, tended to procrastinate. So I had to be determined to get my work done if I really wanted to play sports and further my education.
Give me your sense of a mother, how you feel about him overall throughout his years in high school, being a student athlete.
With his academic skills, Dre is #1. He tends to focus more on education more than basically the game of football. He knows that football is something that he wants to do and he's aspiring to do, but his academics do come first. He proves that as being a straight A student since kindergarten, and to say the mother of Dre, I am very proud of him.
What are you looking for in a university? What do you want them to offer him?
Hopefully a 4-year scholarship. That would be #1. #2, for him to be able to go to a top university or top college that would accept him for football, and for him, like I said, to continue to do well in his academic skills and prove that he can be #1 in both academics and the football career that he's striving to get into.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you've done when you were in high school and college, and what's your football career. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yes, actually I started out a little heavy, so I started out playing defensive tackle, offensive guard.
And when did you play? Was it in high school, junior high school, sandlot ball?
I started out in junior high school.
So you were a lineman?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then what happened from there?
Once I reached 11th grade, they came out, they seen me playing football at PE, and the coach wanted me to come out for quarterback.
Now what's PE?
PE is physical education.
Okay, all right, and then what happened?
He came out, he told me to show up for practice. At that time I started playing quarterback, which is in the 11th grade for Gainesville High School.
Okay, now where's that at?
That's in Gainesville, Florida.
Okay, and what happened then?
From there, I was pursued by Florida Gators, Georgia, Auburn, Florida State.
Where do you see, in relationship to Dre Jr., where he's at now, to where you were at when you were in high school? How do you, is there any kind of correlation or comparison?
Yes, correlation and comparison is that with Lil Dre is that he's pretty much focused on what he has to do as far as going to college and completing his goals and tasks, to where it's when I was coming in, I had pretty much had to do the